All right, let's talk about the AI assistant landscape. I mean, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Copilot, it feels like a new one is popping up every single week, right? If you're feeling a little overwhelmed trying to figure out which one you should actually be using, you are definitely not alone. So what we're going to do today is give you a simple, clear playbook to cut right through all that noise.
This is it. This is the big question everyone's asking. We all just want to know which one is the winner, the single best tool that can do everything. And it makes sense to ask that, but here's the thing. What if that's the completely wrong way to even think about it?
Yeah, because looking for one single champion, one tool to rule them all, it totally misses the point of where all this technology is actually heading. The real power isn't in finding the one perfect tool. It's in learning to think about all of them in a totally new way.
Okay, so let's start right there with the problem itself. Just the sheer overload of AI tools. It is so easy to get lost in the hype, trying to figure out which one is the one. But the secret, the real key, is to just change your perspective.
Okay, this is the most important idea to grab onto. Stop thinking of them as competitors fighting each other. Instead, think of them as partners, as individual experts on your personal team. Each one is a specialist, and your job is to be the manager who knows exactly who to call for what job.
So with that new mindset, let's meet the team. We're going to quickly introduce you to the 5 key specialists that should be in your new AI toolkit. Knowing what each one does best is the first step to really mastering this.
First up, of course, is ChatGPT. This is the one pretty much everybody knows, and you should think of it as your creative all-rounder. It's just so flexible. It's fantastic for brainstorming, for getting that messy first draft on the page, or just for kicking an idea back and forth. It's your go-to, your jack-of-all-trades.
Next on the team is Claude. Now, this is your specialist for any task that needs real precision and polish. If you're working on a long, complex document, or you need to follow some really careful logic, or maybe you just want to generate some clean, well-structured code, Claude is the expert you call. It's the thoughtful professional on your team.
Then there's Gemini. Its superpower? It tears through massive amounts of text. If you have 100 pages of notes or a super dense report that you need summarized, Gemini is your go-to. And, being from Google, it's obviously plugged right into that whole ecosystem, which makes it a no-brainer if you live in Docs, Drive, and Gmail.
And on the other side of that coin, you've got Copilot. This is the ultimate enterprise tool. Its main strength isn't just the AI model itself, but how deeply it's woven into Microsoft 365. It's literally inside your email, it's in your Word docs, it's sitting in on your Teams meetings. For any professional in that world, the integration is just seamless.
And finally, we have a really unique player, Perplexity. This one's a little different. It's not really a chatbot in the same way. Think of it more like a research engine on steroids. Its whole deal is that it prioritizes facts, sources, and citations. So when you need up-to-date, verifiable information, Perplexity is absolutely the best place to start.
Okay, so we've met the team, we know their specialties. Now for the really fun part, building the playbook. This is all about matching these amazing skills to the actual tasks you're doing every single day.
And this is it. This is basically your cheat sheet. It maps out everything we just talked about. Starting a research project, you begin with Perplexity. Drafting a really complex article, you call on Claude. Just need to get some ideas flowing? ChatGPT is your creative partner. And look, the key here isn't to be a fan of one brand. The goal is to be a fan of getting the best possible result.
Okay, so once you get the hang of that, matching the right tool to the right job, we can get into the really advanced stuff. This is the pro-level technique. This is where the magic really happens.
Seriously, this is what the power users are doing. They don't just pick one tool and hope for the best. They create a workflow chain. They pass the task from one specialist to another, with each one building on and improving the work of the last one. It's brilliant.
Let me give you a perfect example. A content creator starts with Perplexity to get all the current, fact-checked info. Then they take that research and hand it over to Claude to write a really well-structured, logical script. And for the final touch, they bring that polished script to ChatGPT to punch up the tone and make it sound more natural. See? 3 specialists, 1 amazing result.
And here's how that same idea works in a totally different situation. A student could dump all their lecture notes into Gemini and get a fantastic summary. Then they could pop over to ChatGPT and say, hey, based on this, give me some potential essay questions. And finally, they take those questions and their notes to Claude to get those really well-structured, polished final answers.
So you see, what we're really talking about here is more than just a little productivity hack.
This ability to assemble and manage your own little team of AI specialists, well, that's quickly becoming a genuine superpower in the modern workplace. All right, so let's lock in these key takeaways. If you need to do research, you start with Perplexity. For careful, thoughtful writing, you bring in Claude. For just pure, creative ideation, you call on ChatGPT. And for those deep software integrations, you've got Gemini and Copilot. But the big idea, the one that changes everything, is that last one. Think in workflows, not in brands. That is the whole game.
And that quote just nails it, doesn't it? In the world we live in now, being able to pick and choose and combine the right digital tools for the job is a massive career advantage. Your value isn't just what you know, but how effectively you can direct these new partners to create something amazing.
So you see, the question isn't which AI is best anymore. The real question is, what can I build with them? You have the specialists, you have the playbook. So the only thing left to ask is, what are you going to build first?